Alright, I know it's been a long time, but I got another video for you guys. This one's gonna be on my wife's Honda Rebel. Haven't really found any videos of this. It's really not a hard install, but we're gonna be installing that big old box right there is the Batwing fairing for the Honda Rebel 1100. Currently she has this one on, and I can't remember what this one was called, El Paso or Pop Top or whatever it was, but she wanted the Batwing fairing. We got her some of these Viking bags installed on the bike. She got a brand new Mustang seat, and I believe with the Batwing fairing I can still use the old docking hardware for the windscreen. So let's get into it. So let's open this bad boy up and see what we got. So we got the brackets for the Batwing fairing. Those are part number MEB 1767. It even says Honda Rebel 1100. These are the plates only. If you didn't have the mounting hardware, you'd get the plates and the mounting hardware. This is the headlight extender, MEB 9894, also shows for the Rebel 1100. So this is the 7-inch, it should be the standard windscreen for the Batwing fairing, MEP 8519. This goes on to the Batwing fairing. The Batwing fairing does not include a windscreen. You have to buy the windscreen separately. They have two styles, a standard and a flip, I believe is what they call it, and they range from like 5 inches to 12 inch. I think it's increments of 2 inches each. And that is your Batwing fairing. 21 and up Honda Rebel 1100 MEM 7501. All right, let's open it up and see what I gotta do. So if you've never seen these quick release windscreens for Memphis Shades, it's as simple as pushing this button out, lifting up. Do the same on the other side. Pull it back towards you and kind of just wiggle it off. So first thing, I'm going to take the headlight bolts off, one on each side. All right, one more thing. I screwed up. So this bracket I had on backwards. The round part obviously goes towards the fork and not the opposite way, so you don't rub on your steering. So just an FYI, don't be dumb like me. They provide you with an Allen wrench, but you will also need a 13 millimeter wrench for the provided bolts they gave us. So this is the original bolt. It came with the Memphis Shades bracket came with washers, so you use the original bolt and then you add the washer. With this side, with this plastic piece here, I wasn't able to get a wrench in there, so I had to use this on this side. The other side I could use a wrench, and then they provide you with the nut and bolt here. This has a nylon end on it, so no need for a washer. So this is the Batwing fairing. It comes with hardware, which I'm guessing is for the windscreen. So next I'm going to put on the hardware to mount it to the quick release stuff. Alright, so the next step is to install your quick release hardware. It comes with these and this, and you want the flaps away from the light. And I pre-fit it and realized I couldn't take the fairing off, so I'll show you when I put it on. The light has to be basically touching the bottom of this to have any give so you can take it off. And I did adjust these down some, and because we had the other windscreen on it, I already moved these down. So if you haven't done that already, you have to move your turn signals down. It's really not that hard, and then you just have to make your adjustments to fit your headlight. So I'm going to install the fairing on now and get back to you. That's what she looks like with the fairing, but no windscreen yet. I'll show you what I had to do. So if you look down here, I originally had this centered, the gap centered as best I could, but realized I couldn't remove the fairing, so I actually had to bring it up higher, which gives you enough room to tilt it back and to get it off. And like I said, these are the quick release. So these lock in place, and then you pull this lever out, lift it up on both sides, make sure it's set, and now it's locked in. And make sure those are tight. All right, onto the windscreen. So here's the windscreen. Your outer plate is painted or roughed up, however you want to say that. That's going to go on this side of the on this side of the Batwing, and then they supply you with some plastic washers and some screws. So these go on the inside like that, and these metal screws go on the outside. So I'm going to install these now, and I'll get back to you. So there you have it. I used the supplied Allen key and then a 7/16 open end. These are plastic and they have a flat end on either side, so be very cautious when you tighten these. They don't need to be extremely tight, just snug. She also, I had a question about this in one of the forums. She has the 4-inch risers right here, and we were wondering if her hands would be too high on the fairing, and from standing at my height you can see them, but if you come down to this height you don't see them anymore. So she should be protected from the wind and her hands. Now the question is, we got her the 7-inch because we didn't know if the 5-inch, they don't really give you good measurements, like where they're measuring from. Are they measuring from here or are they measuring from here? And I didn't know what the distance from the headlight to the top of the windscreen was going to be. So I told her that we agreed that if she goes with the 7-inch and it's too big, she can always go down to a 5, and if it's still not high enough, she can go up to a 9-inch. Where if she went to a 5 and it was too short, get the 7 and it was still too short, she'd have to get the 9. So in this scenario, she was able to get the 7-inch, and worst case scenario, have to buy only one more windscreen. Now the 5-inch is the only one that comes in dark. Everyone after that is the solar, and you can tell it's not very dark, but it doesn't look bad. Now I will say there are some minor defects. This is a very light, crummy plastic, and this probably happened when they installed it at the factory or during shipping or something. Not a huge deal, but, and then these grommets are plastic. I'm guessing those are mold holes. So when they make the mold, they press it and those holes happen to be there. I don't know if they're there for flex or what, but they're easily, well, this side isn't. This side was stamped down. This side, like, I just took it off. Like, I think they were supposed to hit it. There is a hole in here, so I don't know if you can see that. There is a hole in here, so I'm guessing you can use a tool or something to squeeze it. But I've knocked those out twice already, and luckily I was able to find it on the ground. But yeah, so there it is. Hopefully this was informative for anyone looking to get the Batwing fairing for the 2021 Rebel 1100. With that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Well,
I think I need a taller one.
Callie.
It kind of like, without my helmet on, it would hit me like right at my eye line, the wind.
Alright.
Like, very low.
No. Well, I don't know.
You wanna ride it?
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna take it for a spin.
Oh, you're recording that whole time?
Yeah.